something really strange is happening in the tech world. It's like a tale of two cities. While you hear all this nonstop buzz about an AI revolution, a whole other part of the industry is in a silent, free-fall collapse. So what on earth is going on? Let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with the number. $2 trillion. That's not a typo. That is the amount of value that has literally been wiped out, just vaporized, from public software companies in about a year. It's a financial earthquake, and honestly, almost nobody saw it coming.
But here's where it gets really wild. At the exact same time that $2 trillion was vanishing from software, a mind-boggling $650 billion in fresh investment was being poured into AI. This isn't just money changing hands. This is a fundamental tectonic shift in the entire tech landscape. So, what does this all mean? Is the age of software over? Is AI the new undisputed king? Or is there something a little more complicated happening behind the scenes? Well, that's what we're here to figure out.
To really get what's happening, we need to put on our detective hats and go right to the scene of the crime, the software market. And believe me, when you look at the damage, it is extensive. And we're not talking about small-time players here. These are the giants, the absolute darlings of Wall Street for years. Snowflake, down 51%. Atlassian, down 47%. Salesforce, Workday, their stock prices have been cut nearly in half. It is an absolute bloodbath out there.
To really put that $2 trillion figure into perspective, think about this. It's more than the entire yearly economic output, the GDP, of a country like Canada or Italy. An entire G7-sized economy's worth of value just gone from the software market. The scale is just, it's hard to even wrap your head around.
So what happened? What caused this catastrophe? Well, it wasn't just one thing. It was more like a perfect storm of three huge forces, all converging at the exact same time.
Okay, so first, the market just got way too crowded. Too many software-as-a-service companies all fighting over the same customers. Second, interest rates went up, which always makes investors nervous and pulls money out of tech. But the third factor, well, that was the haymaker.
The AI threat. This is the big one. This is the fear that's keeping CEOs up at night. Investors are looking at these incredibly powerful new AI models and thinking, wait a minute, why would I pay a monthly fee for that clunky old software when a simple AI can do the job better, faster, and way, way cheaper? That's the fear that triggered a stampede for the exits.
But, as that door slammed shut on software, another one was kicked wide open. All that money fleeing the software market, it had to go somewhere, and it found a very, very exciting new home in the AI ecosystem.
$650 billion. That's how much capital flooded into AI infrastructure in just 1 year. This isn't just a trend, people. This is a 21st century gold rush. So, where's all that money going? Well, a massive portion is being spent on the picks and shovels of this gold rush, the incredibly powerful computer chips that are the brains behind AI. And right now, one company basically owns the whole game, NVIDIA. Their chips are so hot they sell for up to $40,000 a piece, and they still can't make them fast enough.
And yeah, this chart pretty much says it all. NVIDIA has an iron grip on this market with an insane 85% share. For investors, it's the simplest way to bet on the AI revolution without picking individual winners and losers. But this gold rush is so much bigger than just chips. We're talking about a whole new world being built. You've got companies like Microsoft planning to spend $80 billion on data centers. The AI models themselves, like GPT-4, cost $100 million just to train. And you've got this new generation of AI-first startups, like Perplexity AI, hitting billion-dollar valuations in what feels like a weekend.
Naturally, anytime you see this much money moving this fast, Wall Street starts asking one simple, terrifying question. Is this the real deal, or are we living in the biggest bubble in human history?
And you can't deny the echoes of the dot-com bubble. The hype is off the charts, valuations seem totally disconnected from reality, but there are some huge differences this time. For one, the technology actually works. Two, all the biggest companies in the world are all in. And three, it's already being used in the real world. In one corner, you've got the true believers, like Silicon Valley legend Mark Andreessen. He's not just optimistic. He's calling AI a bigger revolution than the internet. Think about that. Bigger than the internet.
And in the other corner, you have the skeptics, like the famous investor Jim Chanos. He's heard this story before, and he's not buying it.
He's calling it the biggest bubble in history, and he's pointing to the billions and billions of dollars that AI companies are burning through with no profits in sight.
So, who is right? The prophet of revolution or the prophet of doom? To get a better idea, let's game out the 3 most likely ways this whole thing could play out.
Okay, the most probable outcome, at 45%, is what we're calling a new balance, where traditional software and AI find a way to coexist. But look how close behind, at 40%, is a complete revolution. AI just eats software's lunch. And then, of course, there's always the 15% chance of a catastrophic bubble burst.
So, what does this all mean for you? Well, if you're a cautious investor, the smart money is on the infrastructure plays, the NVIDIAs and Microsofts of the world. If you've got a higher appetite for risk, you can hunt for that next AI unicorn, but you got to do your homework. And if you're an entrepreneur, don't try to boil the ocean. Find a specific problem in a specific industry and solve it with AI. But here's the real bottom line. No matter which scenario plays out, the world has already changed. We are fundamentally moving from an economy built on software to an economy built on intelligence. And that changes everything. The starting gun has been fired. The AI age is here. There are going to be some massive winners, and there are going to be a lot of losers. The only question left is, who's going to be left standing when the music stops?